Welcome back to the Startable vlog, the place where everyone can be an entrepreneur. I'm Nicole Dickens, the founder of Zoetica, where we help people start, launch, then scale their ideas for maximum impact. And the Startable community itself is all about igniting the entrepreneurial spirit by creating as many opportunities for those who are in the early stages of entrepreneurship to discover, then launch their ideas into the world, and it's going to be free forever to join. Now, we're talking about the fear of losing your reputation as we continue to tackle the subject matter of risk-taking, as a way of life, by the way, and definitely the way of the entrepreneur. Now, this fear in particular comes out of the lovely combination of the fear of messing up, which I've talked about a little bit before, and the fear of losing everything, something else I've talked about. All things that have the potential to ruin one's reputation. And the operative word being potential, and I'm going to tell you why. So, look, entrepreneurship isn't for the faint of heart, folks. It's not. It takes courage, willpower, and a desire to achieve. And for some of us, it's really about overcoming our past, our circumstances, our situation, if you will. And these attributes have to be greater in us than any fear that might stop us. And I will respect the fact that fear is real, even if the things that create the fear, that spark the fear, most time aren't real. Most of the things we fear are just in our heads, folks. But the feeling of fear is real. So stepping out to start something is an act of courage, of risk-taking. That's something we all can agree with, yeah? And there is a possibility that your first effort will fail. A very likely possibility, to be honest. It's not that you failed or that you've lost some things in the process that destroys a reputation. It's not that at all. It's how you handle that failure and that loss that can destroy or make a reputation. Because the next truth, failure and loss is a part of life in general. By not going the entrepreneurial route doesn't mean you'll be safe from either failure or loss. But what you do after it happens is how people will remember you. Did you get back up? What did you learn from it? And how have you applied it forward to do something better, bigger even, than you did before? Did you let the failure or that loss stop you from moving on, from moving forward, failing fast forward? What we do in the hard times when we quote unquote fail, when we lose, speaks more about who we are and our reputations and good names than the made up menagerie of what 90% of the folks on the interweb are even talking about on social media. Our president has this slogan that came out of his campaign to harness the direction he wants this nation to take post-pandemic. Build back better. In just 3 words, he's acknowledging the crap we've just gone through as a nation. And it's not just the pandemic, folks, and many of us realize that. And he's declaring that we will come out of this better than we went into it. That's how you preserve your reputation, folks. Not through inaction or living smaller, but by thinking and doing bigger and better after a tumble. So, maybe it's actually time to take stock. You haven't gotten this far in life without experiencing failure or loss. That's impossible. I don't care how old you are. How did you handle it? Did people treat you differently because of it? And how differently did they treat you? And what did you do about that different treatment? Did you choose to agree with how people treated you, or did you choose to make your own name, manage your own reputation forward by simply picking yourself up, dusting yourself off, and trying again, but this time a little wiser? So what will you do today to get something done in the world, to leave behind a legacy that will actually build a name? See you next time.